I am Bhaskar, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Sai Vidya Institute of Technology. In today's class, we are going to see problems on Fourier sine and cosine transforms. Already we have seen that problems on Fourier transforms and inverse Fourier transforms. In today's class, we are going to see Fourier cosine and sine transforms. Right. So first problem, find the Fourier sine and cosine transforms of find the Fourier sine and cosine transforms of cosine transforms of cosine transforms of f of x equal to x comma 0 less than x less than 2 0 elsewhere. That means in remaining places. That is the meaning of that. So here they ask that find Fourier cosine and sine transform for the function. Now how do you simplify this? Solution. Right. First I will do Fourier sine transform. Fourier sine transform. That Fourier sine transform is nothing but f s of u equal to integration of 0 to infinity f of x into sine ux into dx. This is Fourier sine transform. Now here f of x is nothing but here f of x we will take this f of x. In 0 to 2 the value should be x. 2 after it should be or that 0 this value. That means 2 to infinity the value should be 0. So I split this interval like this 0 to 2 f of x into sine ux into dx plus integration of 2 to infinity f of x into sine ux into dx. Now integration of 0 to 2 f of x should be x into sine ux into dx plus this one should be here the value should be 0. Now I'll write integration of x into sine ux into dx means this one should be u and this one should be dv. But that integration of u dv is nothing but uv minus u dash v1. What that u is nothing but x into v is nothing but integration of sine ux is nothing but minus cos ux divided by u. Next, minus differentiation of x should be 1. Integration of cos ux is nothing but, again, see, integration of cos ux is nothing but, again, minus is there. So, minus sine ux divided by u square. Integration of cos is sine. Here, ux, integration of ux should be ux divided by, u. Now, I'll write, so 1 by u into minus 1 by u into x into cos ux plus 1 by u square into what is that sine ux. What are that limits? Limits I have to write here. See, limit should be here in this places x equal to 0 to 2. Here also I'll write for this x equal to 0 to 2, x equal to 0 to 2. Now I'll write if you will apply upper limit minus 1 by u into first if you will apply upper limit 2 into cos 2u minus lower limit if you will apply 0 plus 1 by u square into if you will apply upper limit you will get sine 2u minus sine 0. Now if I will simplify this minus 1 into 2 into cos 2u plus 1 by u square into sine 2u minus this one should be at that plus 1 by u square into sine 0 is 0. This one you will write it as sine 2u. Now I will take LCM and I will simplify this. I will get denominator should be u square sine 2u minus u into 2 cos 2u or 2u cos 2u also we can write. This is Fs of u. Fourier sine transform is this one. Fs of u is sine 2u minus u into 2 cos 2u divided by u square. Any doubts in this? You can ask. Similarly, I can find Fourier cosine transform. What that Fourier cosine transform is? Fourier cosine transform is nothing but next Fourier cosine transform. Fourier cosine transform. Fourier cosine transform. What that Fourier cosine transform is? Fc of u equal to integration of 0 to infinity f of x into cos ux into dx. Now, this one also I'll write integration of, according to that previous, 0 to 2 f of x into cos ux into dx plus 2 to infinity f of x into cos ux into dx. Now I'll write integration of 0 to 2. F of x is nothing but x into cos ux into dx. This term should be 0. Now I'll write integration of 0 to 2 x into cos ux into dx. Now I'll write, so that equal to u is nothing but this is u and this one should be dv. U is nothing but what is that? X into cos ux. What is that? Integration of cos ux is nothing but sine ux divided by u minus differentiation of x is 1. Different integration of this cos sine ux is minus cos ux divided by u square. Limit should be x equal to 0 to 2. Now I'll write this one only 1 by u into x into sine ux. That limit should be x equal to 0 to 2 plus 1 by u square into cos ux. Limit should be x equal to 0 to 2. Now I'll write 1 by u into x is nothing but here 2 into sine 2u minus lower limit should be 0 plus 1 by u square into x is nothing but 2 here. That time I'll write cos 2u minus cos x is nothing but 0, cos 0. Now I'll write 2 by 2 sine 2u divided by u plus 1 by u square into cos 2u. Cos 0 is nothing but 1. Now I'll write fc of u, this one. Now I'll write fc of u equal to, this one only I can write. If I'll take LCM, I'll get what is that? U square I'll get 2u into sine 2u into sine 2u plus cos 2u minus 1. This is the required solution of the given equation fc of u. Any doubts in this? You can ask. Right. Next problem I will take. Find the next. Find Fourier sine and cosine transform of. Find second question. Find Fourier sine and cosine transform of. Find Fourier sine and cosine transforms of f of x equal to e power minus alpha x, comma alpha is greater than 0. This is a problem. Find the Fourier sine and cosine transform of f of x equal to e power minus alpha x, comma alpha is greater than 0. So how do you simplify here? Alpha is greater than 0, they are given. They have not specified any limits. They have not specified any limits. We have to take the limit should be 0 to infinity. Right. Solution. Fourier sine transform. Fourier sine transform. Fourier sine transform is nothing but that fs of u equal to integration of 0 to infinity f of x into sine ux into dx. Sine ux into dx. Now you will write fs of u equal to integration of 0 to infinity fx. What is that? F of x is nothing but e power minus alpha x into sine ux into dx. Sine ux into dx. So here I may not integrate directly this one. I'll use the formula. You know that already. One of the formula. What is that formula here? Say I'll write the formula. You studied it in 12th standard in the first semester also. Integration of e power ax into sine bx into dx equal to e power ax divided by a square plus b square into a sine bx minus b cos bx. This is the formula. So now I'll write fs of u equal to integration of 0 to infinity. So here I'll do directly. If I'll apply the formula, integration I'm applying now. E power a plus what is that? Minus alpha is that. E power minus alpha x divided by a is nothing but minus alpha square. B is nothing but u square. U square into a. A is nothing but minus alpha into sine ux minus b is nothing but u into cos ux. Limit should be x equal to 0 to x equal to infinity. Now, fs of u equal to, so if you'll apply upper limit, see here, I'll take 1 by alpha square plus u square outside. So inside should be e power minus alpha x, even minus also I'll take outside. If you take minus also outside, e power minus alpha x into alpha into sine ux plus u into cos ux is there. X equal to 0 to infinity. Now, if you'll apply upper limit minus 1 divided by alpha square plus u square, upper limit you will get e power minus infinity into something whatever it should be will get minus lower limit should be e power 0 into alpha into sine 0 plus u into cos 0. U into cos 0. Now I'll get minus 1 divided by alpha square plus u square. E power minus infinity value should be 0. 0 minus e power 0 is 1. U into cos 0. Cos 0 value should be what is that? Sin 0 is 0. Cos 0 is 1. So we'll get here, I'll get this one as u. Now I'll get, so if I'll simplify this, I'll get in the form of fs of u equal to u divided by alpha square plus u square. This is fs of u. Similarly, I have to simplify fc of u. How to simplify fc of u. Fc of u is nothing but, so how do you simplify C? Fc of u equal to integration of 0 to infinity f of x into cos ux into dx. Now here 0 to infinity f of x should be e power minus alpha x into cos ux into dx. Now formula. So what is that formula? We know that e power ax into cos bx into dx is nothing but e power ax divided by a square plus b square into a cos bx plus b sin bx. Now here a is minus alpha, b is nothing but u. Now I'll write e power minus alpha x divided by minus alpha square plus plus u square. B is nothing but that u square into a. A is nothing but minus alpha into cos ux plus b is nothing but u into sin ux. Limit should be x equal to 0 to infinity. Now I'll write 1 divided by alpha square plus u square into e power minus alpha x. I'll write e power minus alpha x minus alpha into cos ux plus u into sin ux. X equal to 0 to infinity. We will apply upper limit 1 divided by alpha square plus u square into e power minus infinity into something, whatever it should be, e power minus infinity value, we know that, minus lower limit should be e power 0 minus alpha into cos 0 plus u into sin 0, u into sin 0, that equal to 1 divided by alpha square plus u square minus c, this one should be e power 0, cos 0 is 1, so now minus of minus, I'll write it as plus alpha, sin 0 value should be 0. Now I'll get fc of u equal to alpha divided by alpha square plus u square, alpha square plus u square. So any doubts in this? Any doubts in this? Right. Next problem. Obtain the Fourier cosine transform of obtain the Fourier cosine transform of Fourier cosine transform of the function f of x equal to 4x 4 minus x 0. 4x is 0 less than x less than 1, 1 less than x less than 4, x greater than 4. This is a given problem. Right. How do you simplify this? Right. Solution. Only Fourier cosine transform they ask. So how do you simplify this problem? See here. First I can write Fourier cosine formula. Fc of u equal to integration of 0 to infinity f of x into cos ux into dx. Here f of x I am splitting in the form of 0 to 1 into f of x into cos ux into dx plus 1 to 4 into f of x into cos ux into dx plus after 4 to infinity, x greater than 4 means 4 to infinity, f of x into cos ux into dx. Now I'll write integration of 0 to 1, f of x should be 4x into cos ux into dx plus 1 to 4, f of x should be 4 minus x into cos ux into dx. This one should be, third term should be 0. Now I'll take this one should be u and this one should be dv. This one should be u and this one should be dv. How do you write here? See, if you'll use integration by parts, 4x, u is nothing but 4x into that. Integration of dv is integration of cos ux is nothing but sin ux divided by u minus differentiation of 4x is nothing but 4 into integration of sin ux is minus cos ux divided by u square. So this one first term. Second term should be here x equal to 0 to x equal to 1 plus 4 minus x into u is 4 minus x into sin ux divided by u minus 4 minus x should be minus 1 into, first term I have written there, second term I am writing here, minus 1 into integration of sin ux is minus cos ux divided by u square. What that limit should be? Limit should be also x equal to 1 to 4. Now, if you'll apply the limits for this, I'll get 4 by u into x into sine ux. That limit should be x equal to 0 to 1 plus 4 by u square into cos ux. Limit should be x equal to 0 to 1 plus 1 by u into 4 minus x into sine ux. Limit should be x equal to 1 to 4 minus 1 by u square into cos ux. Limit should be x equal to 1 to 4. Now, I'll apply the limits for this and I'll simplify. So if I'll apply the limits and if I'll simplify, I'll write in the next sheet. Right. If you'll apply the limits and you'll simplify, you will get that equal to f c of u equal to fc of u equal to 4 by u into 4 by u into sine u minus lower limit. If you'll apply in the place of x, it will become 0 plus 4 by u square into 4 by u square into cos u minus cos 0. Cos 0 value should be what that 1. Directly I am writing cos 0 value should be 1 plus 1 by u into 4 minus x. That means in the place of x equal to 4, if you substitute, upper limit will become 0 minus lower limit should be 4 minus 1 should be 3. 3 into sine u, 3 sine u, 3 sine u minus 1 by u square into minus 1 by u square into upper limit should be here cos 4u, x plus 4u, cos 4u. Lower limit should be cos u. Now, if I simplify this, all the terms, I'll get fc of u equal to, we'll get first term should be 4 by u into sine u plus 4 by u square into cos u minus 4 by u square minus 3 by u into sine u minus 1 by u square into cos 4u plus 1 by u square into cos u. Now, fc of u equal to 4 by u into sine u minus 3 by u into sine u is nothing but 1 by u sine u. Same terms are there. Here say 4 by u sine u minus 3 by u sine u is 1 by u sine u plus 5 cos u. So 5 cos u. How you will get 5 cos u is nothing but here say plus 5 cos u minus 4 divided by u square I'll get minus 1 by u square into cos 4u I'll write cos 4u. We'll simplify here say how do you get 5 cos u means 4 by u square cos u plus 1 by u square cos u is 5 cos u minus 4. Next similarly 1 by u square minus 1 by u square into cos 4u. This is fc of u. This is the required solution for the given problem. Required solution for the given problem. Any doubts in this? If you have any doubt, you can ask. Right. One more problem I'm doing in this. One more problem. Find the Fourier sine transform. Fourth question. Find the Fourier sine transform. The Fourier sine transform. Find the Fourier sine transform of f of x equal to e power minus of modulus of x and hence evaluate integration of 0 to infinity x sine mx divided by 1 plus x square into dx, comma m is greater than 0. M is greater than 0. Next, see here, in this, what they are given, so what we have to find, you can see, find the Fourier sine transform they are given. E power minus of modulus of x. How do you find e power minus of modulus of x means? And then they have given what is that term? Sine transform only how to apply. So sine transform should be 0 to infinity is there. So you have to apply 0 to infinity, that modulus of x will become as plus x. That means minus before is there. So minus e power minus x you will get. Afterwards, you will have to apply inverse sine transform. That's all in this. Right. Solution. Fourier sine transform. Fourier sine transform is Fs of u equal to integration of 0 to infinity f of x into sine ux into dx. Sine ux into dx. Now, Fs of u equal to integration of 0 to infinity. What is f of x is in 0 to infinity. Already I told that, so I'll write here. Say right. E power minus of modulus of x. I'll write it as e power of minus x. X is greater than 0. E power of plus x. X is less than 0. Here x is greater than or equal to 0 also we can put. So the time 0 to infinity, e power minus of modulus of x, I'll write it as e power minus x into f of x is nothing but, what is that f of x is that one, sine ux into dx. Now, if we'll simplify this, we'll get in the form of fs of u equal to integration of 0 to infinity e power minus x divided by minus 1 square. Already I have written the formula, minus 1 square plus u square into a is nothing but minus 1 into sine ux, a sine ux minus b is nothing but here u into cos ux. This formula already I have given, that's why I am writing directly here, x equal to 0 to infinity. Now if you'll apply that limits, you will get in the form of e power. So in next sheet I am writing, you'll get in the form of fs of u equal to if I'll take outside 1 divided by 1 plus u square, even I will take minus symbol also outside, so I will get the time inside should be e power minus x into what is that, sine ux plus u into cos ux, limit should be x equal to 0 to x equal to infinity. Now we'll write fs of u equal to minus 1 divided by 1 plus u square. Upper limit you will apply e power minus infinity into something you will get. Lower limit if you will apply e power 0 into sine 0 plus u into cos 0. Now you will get minus 1 divided by 1 plus u square. E power minus infinity is 0. This one should be what is that? You will get minus u. Sine 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1, minus u you will get. So now I will get fs of u equal to u divided by 1 plus u square. I will write fs of u equal to u divided by 1 plus u square. But this problem will not get over here only. So we should have to find inverse Fourier sine transform. Inverse Fourier sine transform. Inverse Fourier sine transform. What is that inverse Fourier sine transform is nothing but, we know that already, f of x equal to 2 by pi into integration of 0 to infinity, fs of u into sine ux into du. What is that fs of u? Already we know that 2 by pi into integration of 0 to infinity. Fs of u is nothing but u divided by 1 plus u square into sine ux into du. Now, I can write this one. See, integration of this one only will write pi by 2 into f of x equal to integration of 0 to infinity u divided by 1 plus u square into sine ux into du. Right, I'll replace this. I'll replace this. Here, what I have to prove here, see, if you'll see the proof, what is the proof is there? We know that proof should be what that x into sine mx divided by 1 plus x square. That value we have to find, evaluate. Here, 0 to infinity only the limits also. Now, I'll write this one, pi by 2 into f of x. What is that f of x also? We know that integration of 0 to infinity u into sine ux divided by 1 plus u square into du equal to pi by 2 into f of x. Pi by 2 into f of x. You replace or putting x equal to m. We'll put x equal to m. We'll put x equal to m means integration of 0 to infinity. X equal to m means u into sine mu divided by 1 plus u square into du equal to pi by 2 into f of x should be e power minus x. The time I'll get e power of modulus of minus m. Now, in general, I'll write this only. That is, I'll write integration of 0 to infinity x into sine. Just u place, I'm putting again m. Sorry, u plus I'm putting x sine mx divided by 1 plus x square into dx equal to pi by 2 into e power modulus of minus m or e power minus m, I'll write e power minus m, which is the required solution for the given equation. For the given equation, pi by 2 into e power minus m. Any doubts in this? If you have any doubts, you can ask. Right. Similarly, I'll give some assignment problems in this. First problem should be assignment problem. First question in the assignment problems. Assignment problems. Assignment problems. So first one should be find Fourier cosine transform of Fourier cosine transform of find Fourier cosine transform of f of x equal to x 2 minus x 0 for 0 less than x less than 1, for 1 less than x less than 2, and next one should be for x is greater than 2. This is the first problem. Second one should be right. Find the Fourier sine transform. Find the Fourier sine transform. Find the Fourier sine transform of e power minus ax divided by x, comma a is greater than 0. This is the second question. Third problem, solve the integral equation. Solve the integral equation. Solve the integral equation. Integration of 0 to infinity f of theta into cos alpha theta into d theta equal to 1 minus alpha limit should be 0 less than or equal to alpha less than or equal to 1, 0, alpha is greater than 1, and hence evaluate, and hence evaluate, integration of 0 to infinity sine square t divided by t square into dt. These three problems we should have to solve.